Welcome to Rob on Holiday. This is the first day of our 5-day Italian adventure, and thanks to Pisa airport being so close to the city, we've got here in record time and we've got magic hour to enjoy the tower and the baptistry and the square here at sunset. We didn't think we were going to be able to do this till tomorrow morning. Let's dive in. Now this is a nice bonus. Sometimes your travel plans get torn up and most of the time it's in a bad way. Well, this is in a good way because as I said, we've arrived a lot earlier than we thought due to the flight and the taxi, and we've just decided to have a pizza here. And look at the backdrop, the Leaning Tower of Pisa in the background. I nearly said Leaning Tower of Pizza then. That's how hungry I am. But this is a great start to our visit to Italy. There's something really weird going on here in Pisa, and I wouldn't have believed it unless I'd seen it myself. You look at the tower there, and it's clearly leaning. It's leaning a long way away from the cathedral. Yet you put your camera in front of it, it looks straight, and we'll try and demonstrate that on the photo now. Honestly, you'd have to be here. You're looking at this now, and you're thinking, well, it doesn't lean that much. It does. I'm looking at it and it's leaning a long way. I don't know what the lean is in degrees, but it's leaning a long way over from the cathedral. Yet you're looking at this camera thinking, well, it looks quite straight. It isn't. Come here to Pisa and you'll see it yourself. Also worth pointing out that it's Thursday evening, it's 9 o'clock here in Pisa. And well, I can't say there's not a soul about, but there's not many people about, as you can see from the video. And you get a really good look around. Now, I made the comments about the Apple camera making the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you know, not lean as much, but actually there are advantages in the camera. It makes the shots look really bright and incredibly floodlit. So it's a really good time to come here in the evening when it's a bit quieter and get some good shots of the cathedral and the tower and the baptistry in the night. That's the end of our day one in Italy. It was a travel day, so it was a really nice bonus, the fact that we got to spend an hour or so here in the Square of Miracles in Pisa, see all these great monuments, the baptistry, the cathedral, of course the Leaning Tower. And I say it's not empty, but it really is quiet and you can wander around between all the buildings and get great shots. But we're coming back here early tomorrow morning when we got tickets for the tower and the other buildings, and hopefully we'll really enjoy that as well. Buongiorno from Pisa. We've just had a nice breakfast in the Hotel di Stefano, and you can watch a separate video that we put up there. We're in the night square now, Piazza di Cavalieri. It's quiet at this time in the morning, but some really nice buildings to see here. One with a clock over there and a bell, and then behind me, I don't know what this building is, but it's beautiful, the facade on it. Just take a look at this. Just worked out by reading the front that it's actually a school behind us. Now that's an impressive school, isn't it? Another thing I must say, if you're going to come here to Night Square, be careful of the traffic. It looks like a pedestrianised square, but there's constantly work vans, buses, bicycles shooting across the middle of the square, so find yourself a nice little corner to take your photographs. So because we've got limited time in Pisa, we've decided to split up in two groups of two. The girls are going up the tower and we're going in the Campo Santo. So we'll see you later. Bye. Arrivederci. is the Campo Santo, which translates as a sacred field. Now, when knights came back from the Crusades, they brought sacred soil from Golgotha in the Holy Land back to here in Pisa, so that the residents of Pisa could be buried in sacred ground. And it's good to arrive early. We've just come in at 9:30 in the morning. As you can see, we've got the place to ourselves. So let's have a wander around and see what there is. I was really impressed with our visit to Campo Santo. Really nice, well, nice isn't the word, amazing frescoes on the walls, some great artwork, and also, I didn't know before coming here, but I've just seen it, the statue of Leonardo Fibonacci, the famous mathematician, marks his grave here in the Campo Santo. So if you're in Pisa, this is definitely one of the places to come. Summing up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now, as I said before, I didn't actually go up it, so I'm taking the second-hand view. Now, our two girls went up the tower, but only one made it to the top. It's a steep climb, it's over 250 steps, and apparently as you go around the tower, you can feel the lean when you go one side, then you feel the lean the other way. So make sure your balance is okay and you think you can make it up to 250 steps. But apparently, you get up there, it's great views. And as I said before, make sure you try and, well, definitely book tickets in advance and make sure you get in before 10 o'clock if you want the best experience. One of the attractions here in the Square of Miracles is Pisa Cathedral behind me here. Now, we only had a chance to just go in there briefly because there's a mass starting now, but we just look at it. It's one of those places where you stand and you just look at it in awe. The big columns running down each side, some amazing artwork on the wall and plenty of gold on the ceiling. It's just one of those jaw-dropping experiences like a lot of big cathedrals in Europe are. This competes with the best of them. This is, the building behind me here is the baptistry. That's the only building in the Square of Miracles here in Pisa that we haven't been in today. Now, if you wanted to get a ticket for everything, it's €27. You visit absolutely all the buildings here then. But you can get individual tickets. If you just want to do the tower, that's €20. If you want to do the Campo Santo like two of us did today, that's €7. Now, any of those tickets also gets you free entry into the cathedral there. We're going towards the end of our time in Pisa now, so it's worth reviewing what we've done. But I wanted to start by saying something about the crowds. Last night we pretty much had the run of the place. There were not many people about, it was great, it was nice and empty. We arrived back here in the Square of Miracles about 9 o'clock this morning. Again, it was quite peaceful, there were a few people milling about, we had plenty of room to take photos, and you could go where you want. The difference between 9 and 9:30, and then even more between 9:30 and 10 is big. Big queues are building up already at the base of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and as you can see, there's lots of people about here. And this is just, let's have a look, just after 10 in the morning. Can't imagine what it's going to be like in the afternoon, and even then, even more so in the summer. So definitely, if you come in here in the summer, make sure you get here early in the morning. Bonus attraction today, the walls of Pisa, €5 each. Not something we plan on doing, but we're well ahead of schedule as usual. So let's see what the walls are like on top. The €5 each we paid to walk onto the city walls here at Pisa is definitely worth it. And we could spend a lot longer up here, but our time is short in Pisa. But just look at the views you get from here, the tower, the cathedral and the baptistry. It's absolutely stunning. Obviously we've come to Italy for the architecture mainly, but I'm determined to do the big five in Italy. I've already ticked off one last night, pizza. Number 2 is cappuccino, so we just got pasta, tiramisu and gelato to go. Cheers. So I'm going to sum up our time here in Pisa. I mean, undoubtedly the star attraction of course is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, world famous, and you absolutely simply have to see that. Now the tower itself is situated in the Piazza di Miracoli, the Square of Miracles, and this has exceeded expectations because there is so much to do here. As well as the tower, you've got the cathedral, you've got the baptistry, you've got the Campo, Santo, and you've also got very close the city walls surround the area. And if we had longer here in Pisa, we could have walked all the way down the city walls, and it takes you down to the River Arno. But as it is, we've just had one night, and I think we've got a lot done. We've really enjoyed it. I think you could spend 2 nights here if you took things at a slower pace, but definitely no more than 2 nights. But I think most people coming here are going to combine it with Florence, which is exactly what we've done, and we're now off to catch the train to Florence. This is the Santa Maria della Spina beside the River Arno here in Pisa, and it's so cool because it's allegedly got one of the thorns from Christ's crown of thorns, hence the name Spina. Lovely little chapel here in Pisa, well worth seeing if you're coming to visit. We're at Pisa Centrale station now, ready to catch our train to Florence. Just a word on the tickets. We booked ours on the internet, so if you book your tickets on the internet and printed them out, you don't have to validate them. You just go straight on the train, and obviously these are just if an inspector gets on. If you haven't got tickets in advance, there are plenty of ticket machines here, the Trenitalia ticket machines. Get your ticket here, and you have to validate them at a special device next to the platform, but I'm sure it'll be easy once you get here. We had a great time here in Pisa. Hope you enjoyed watching our trip on Rob on Holiday. Tune in next week when we'll be in Florence.